I'm so lonely.
Did you fall in love with the love of your life and have hopes and dreams about your future together, only to discover that sometimes you find yourself feeling unexpectedly lonely? It's something that many of us face yet rarely talk about, and the reasons behind feeling lonely are not what you might think. It's a reality that I've encountered in my marriage. After my first marriage ended, I found love again, blending two families into one with 4 kids between us, and me going to school and working. Life was, well, to say the least, busy. Yet given the busyness of my life and happy existence, I was surprised to find moments of loneliness, even with the person I loved beside me. This experience is not unique. So why does this happen? Let me walk you through a story, and through this story you will learn about the new concept that directly impacts our feelings of loneliness in marriage. So here we have April and Frank. She had hopes and dreams to become an actress as a younger person before she married Frank.
What do you do?
I'm studying to be an actress.
She falls in love with Frank. They get married, buy a home, and have children. But soon they discover that both of them feel trapped in their lives, and it does not live up to their youthful hopes and dreams. Frank's job is unfulfilling.
My old man worked at Knox. I used to sit there and think, I hope to Christ I don't end up like you. Now here I am, a 30-year-old Knox man.
April's unfulfilled dream of becoming an actress makes her feel disappointed.
I guess it wasn't a triumph or anything, was it?
I guess not.
And lonely, as life does not match up to her hopes and dreams. And they have to deal with their disappointments, and sometimes this happens. Let me give you a little backstory first. April had just experienced a huge disappointment when her acting performance fell flat. They drive home and, well, watch.
Frank, just because you got me safely in this little trap, you think you can bully me into feeling whatever you want me to feel?
In a trap!
Yes,
You
yes,
in a trap!
Me.
April says that she is in a trap, and she's referring to married life and everything that goes with it. It's not uncommon to feel trapped in a marriage, and again, that does not mean that your marriage is broken. It just means that there is something that needs to be explored and understood and then worked on. And I showed you that Frank's job is unfulfilling, so I imagine that he feels trapped as well. All of this leads to disconnection, which is the root cause of loneliness in marriage. In this clip, April is reminiscing about her time with Frank before they got married.
Is this you?
Yeah. You been to Paris?
I've never really been anywhere.
I'm going back the first chance I get, I tell you. People are alive there.
He says people are alive in Paris. The concept of feeling alive is something that most of us crave.
You feel so alive.
I feel alive.
I'll say more about that, but watch how April describes their life together.
We've bought into the same ridiculous delusion. This idea that you have to resign from life and settle down the moment you have children. And we've been punishing each other for it.
Married people with families often crave feeling alive to break the mundane daily routines. This is what April says about it.
The most wonderful idea.
Sweetheart, what are you talking about? Where are we going to live?
Paris.
April's idea to move to Paris is to ignite that feeling of feeling alive. I'm not suggesting that you move to Paris. Watch what happens to their relationship after they decide that they're going to move to Paris.
Count every star, and darling, when you do, you know the time.
When they decide to move to Paris, we witness them move from loneliness to reconnection. They feel alive. They are connected, excited, and able to mutually support one another because they feel connected. They're on the same page planning an adventure together. Before I talk about how to respond to loneliness in marriage, because again, that is also something that you likely have not considered, let me answer the question as to how to feel alive in your marriage without moving to Paris. Think of feeling alive in degrees. April and Frank likely feel alive at a 10, but maybe going for a super challenging hike together would make you feel alive at a 5. I think we all want to feel alive at a 10, which is likely what we felt when we first met each other, you know, that beginning of a relationship. But we can feel alive somewhere in between, and that can certainly break up the monotony of day-to-day life. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, I invite you to subscribe so that we can continue to learn and grow together. So other reasons to feel alive as a couple is sometimes simply doing something new together.
Try something new together.
Whether that's a new hobby or an adventure.
I'm going on an adventure!
It can be finding ways to surprise each other, like an unplanned trip.
What a wonderful surprise!
Or even going to your local restaurant as a surprise for your partner. It can be talking about things that you've never shared before.
I didn't know that about you.
One time my husband and I shared daily positives about each other through text. It was eye-opening for both of us, and it deepened our connection. And here is the often overlooked thing that you can do when you are feeling lonely. The word self-care is used frequently in our culture, and yes, it is beyond important. However, during times of loneliness, this can be an opportunity to grow a deeper connection with you.
And I've been in a relationship with myself for 49 years.
It might sound unusual, but during these times it is invaluable. Growing a stronger connection with you in the context of marital disconnection is not about withdrawing in anger or adopting a me against you attitude. It's about acknowledging we are both hurting and I need time to reflect, repair, and nurture myself. This could mean different things for different people. For some, it's immersing yourself in nature. For others, it might be losing themselves in a good show, or journaling, or simply taking a quiet walk. The goal is to find what resonates with you. If you can grow a strong relationship and connection with yourself, you will feel less lonely during times of disconnection with your partner. I understand the strong desire to reconnect. Disconnection can be very painful. However, when you learn to connect deeper with yourself, you will find that you are okay during times of disconnection. Whatever your approach, the aim is to lean into a space where you can care for yourself and pave the way for reconnection with your partner. One last thought. There are times when relationships involve a partner or both of you who struggle with fear of intimacy, which can lead to tremendous loneliness. Both of you may crave connection and fear it at the same time. So check out this video that addresses the topic of fear of intimacy. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the topic of loneliness and disconnection and feeling alive in your relationship. How do you reconnect with your partner when loneliness creeps into your marriage? And how do you reconnect with yourself? Your experiences might inspire others facing similar challenges. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to our next conversation together.